Hey guys, here, welcome to the GTA 5 car episode. This is my 4th upload of the day. If you guys have seen each and every one of these uploads today, then be sure to drop a like on this video. If you haven't already, make sure you guys go back, check out those episodes. I'm sure you guys will be interested. Pretty much all the episodes today are posted. Well, comparisons against this Blade today, of course, with other muscle cars that you guys were highly requesting to be seen. Now, today's final episode is going to be the Imponte Ruiner going against the Vapid Blade. Of course, we know the handling on the Blade is absolutely amazing. Of course, it's rather limited to just understeering, so you don't really have that many options. So if we were to compare this to the Ruiner, the Imponte Ruiner on the other hand is absolutely amazing. It takes these corners with ease, similar to the Sabre Turbo, but I believe the Sabre Turbo is slightly better with the handling compared to the Ruiner. But the Ruiner is still, regardless, better than the Blade for handling. Taking these corners at high speed, you get that momentum as you take these corners, even consecutive corners. It's really easy to take at high speeds, so definitely a point towards the Ruiner. Of course, acceleration here kicking in. The Blade deserves a point there. As we transition on towards our top speed, we notice slight little pause. There's always a pause here, and eventually you see the blue car always catching up the Vapid Blade. And unfortunately, you know, there's always a balance in every single car. And in this case, the Blade always has poor top speed against majority of the muscle cars we've compared. However, it's always got that amazing acceleration, which has pretty much smashed every other car that we've compared against. So currently 2-1 to the Ruiner. But it ain't over yet. Got the torque test. This was interesting. It was pretty tight at first, you know, back and forth action, and all of a sudden the Blade just kicks in with its torque. Currently 2-2. Customization. This was pretty close as well. 18 customizable options, including the obviously the stock hood and no customizable options altogether, and then 17 on the Ruiner, including the stock and whatnot. So that's just one off here we're dealing with. So Blade pretty much just about gets a point there. It's crazy, man. 17 on Ruiner, 18 on the Blade with the total available options given. That's what we're looking at. So anyway, best lap time here. This was interesting. In fact, I had to go back and redo my lap time test with the Vapid Blade because I knew I could push myself even more, because I played it safe at first initially when comparing it to the other cars, because I knew that the Vapid Blade was already faster initially before testing it. Here's the thing, man. I was pushing it with the other muscle cars that I was comparing against the Blade, and they could not even beat a 158. So I managed to get even faster time with the Blade, even faster than 158 in this particular episode that you'll see, because the initial time that I got with the Blade in the previous episode was beaten by the Ruiner, and I was quite confused as to how that was possible. So I wanted to make sure that this was efficient and fair as possible, and it turns out that it was pretty damn close. Not to ruin anything, but let's just see. Oh, it's kind of obvious now as to why I redid it. Obviously, making sure that the Blade was top and it was competing against the best of the best. And from what we know so far, Ruiner is currently the dominant, you know, in the muscle car for laps. But we want to see if the Blade could beat that, hence why I was pushing myself. So you will notice that every corner I'm taking now, pretty much, you know, it's pretty close right now between both. But the Blade's acceleration will always be dominant against any other muscle car you see. It's pretty much taking advantage of these corners as we're taking them. The only issue is that you need to control that speed off the acceleration and maintain that through these corners. And you want to push yourself too much, because if you do, obviously the acceleration is kicking in and you will understeer so much to the point where you will obviously go off-road or you crash into something. So you want to control that, make sure you get the right balance. And when you approach a corner, you want to make sure you want to brake as much as possible so you could take advantage of the acceleration, which is the most beneficial thing of the Blade. So you notice that it's pretty close. 1 minute 57.480 with the Blade and 1 minute 57.748 with the Ruiner. So it's really close. 0.3 of a second difference. So there you have it, guys. Blade takes it and the Ruiner pretty much loses out there. But here's the thing, I didn't do the damage test because it's pretty rare to get the Ruiner multiplayer to actually test that out. So my apologies. But regardless, if the Ruiner was more durable, it would be 9 out of 10. If it wasn't, it would be 7 out of 10. So overall, it wouldn't matter. Regardless, the Blade won it. I'm tired. I'm mumbling. It's 9 AM in the morning. I'm going to go to sleep, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it so far. and expect to see more car v cars in the future with the Pagani and whatnot. Thanks for watching. Check your son out. Good night. Peace. Yeah! Oh, don't forget to check out the previous episode, Saber Turbo going against the Vapid Blade. That was a really, really interesting episode. Click on the annotation on the screen. It will take you straight to the video. I'll see you guys there.